Hi, I'm Ariane Poole, and in this video I'm going to show you how to make up for those of you who are 60 plus, but beware, those of you who are 50 may want to watch this as well because there's some great hints and tips. Yes, it's me that I'm going to be doing the makeup on me because I am going to be 60 in 2017. Ooh, can't even say that word yet. But I wanted to show you how to create a great look for someone who's a little bit older. You 50-year-olds probably will be loving this video as well. So it's just a general makeup. It's something that I do pretty well every single day. It's a really simple, easy makeup to do. So let's get started. First of all, I am using my eye cream. This is the firming eye cream. It is really lovely. I normally would never use an eye cream during the day because I find that what happens with these eye creams is they make your makeup disintegrate, and we don't want that. But this one is cooling, it's firming, it keeps the makeup in place, it keeps your spine lines looking fine rather than exaggerating them. It's wonderful. So I'm taking a tiny little dab like that, just teensy weensy, and I'm just patting it. And we call this the AP pat because what I'm also doing is decongesting around my eye area. That patting motion really helps with any puffiness. Usually I will skip the Retexturizing face primer unless I'm doing a big event where I have to look good literally from say 9 a.m. till 9 p.m. And most days I don't need to do that, so I just go for the Ultimate Face Tint, which has everything in it. I'm going to be doing one half of my face. So let me tuck my hair behind my ear, get rid of my fringe a little bit. Let's just move that out of the way. Now this is the Retexturizing face primer. It smooths fine lines. It gives you that sort of extra barrier. It holds moisture into the skin while holding the foundation or any colored product on the surface of the skin so it doesn't absorb in. Brilliant product, really gorgeous feel as well. A little tiny dab, and you're just blending it in just as you would do a moisturizer. Now you can do this after your moisturizer, and in the winter time you'll find that the two combined together is just fabulous because it keeps that hydration in your skin. And I'm going to pop a tiny bit there on my forehead. The next product I'm using is the product I love so much. It's the Ultimate Face Tint. Why do I love this? Because it is a primer, it is a tinted moisturizer, it is a foundation, it is a BB cream, it's a CC cream, all rolled up into one single product. It makes life easy. You don't have to think, ooh, what to use. Now I know I used the primer first, and that's the bit that I could skip, but I want to show you how fabulous this is. Now, I've got a little bit of a faux tan on, so I'm using the medium deep shade. Normally I would be the medium shade. Now I'm taking a little tiny dollop of that. I start in the center of my face, and then I blend down and out. And this is wonderful because it covers up that redness. You see that red high coloring that I've got on my skin? It really camouflages that. It's lightweight, it's sheer, it's hydrating, it's light reflective. Oh, it just does everything. And it's comfortable to wear. So you ladies out there who perhaps have tried foundations and gone, ooh, it feels like I'm wearing a mask. Try this. It doesn't feel like a mask at all. And just so wonderful. And you can see what a positive difference that makes on my skin. It just gets rid of some of that redness. It evens out some of the pigmentation, but it still looks like skin. It's really hydrating. It just gives that glow to my skin, and I love it. This is my award-winning concealer palette. This concealer palette was the very first product I ever made, and the formulation is unique to us. It is fantastic. It covers redness. It makes your skin look like skin. This makes your skin look skin toned. The reason why I give you 3 shades in there is because our skin tone changes throughout the year. So in the winter months in the UK, I am the light and the medium mixed together. Going into spring and going back out of spring into autumn, I'm the light and the deep mixed together because that doesn't equal medium. In the summer months, when I've got a little bit of color, I am the medium and the deep. So I'm mixing constantly, and sometimes I actually mix all 3 together. So today, because I have got a little bit of a false tan, I'm gonna pop that on. And again, I'm doing that little bit of a pat. And you can see I'm just putting it in the areas that I need it. And again, this is a really, really lightweight product. It doesn't sit into fine lines. It doesn't make you look overly made up. A lot of times, well, all the time when I'm wearing this, people think that it's my natural skin, which is a really great compliment to that product. So I'm popping a little bit on my nose, because what I've noticed as I've gotten older, and I don't know if you guys agree with me, if you do, please let me know, things start to sag, things start to fade, we get blotchier. It's all these different little issues that we have to take care of, and this is a really good way of doing it and making yourself look natural at the same time. So just a little tiny bit there, and I'm going to put a little bit on my chin where it's a little bit red as well. And you can see there, it's really made quite a bit of a difference. This side is looking still blotchy and red, whereas this one here is looking sort of more enlivened and hopefully a little bit better. Now I'm going to go on to my magic wand. This is a product that is a concealer, but it does so much more than a concealer. It lightens, it brightens, it makes me look and feel like I've had a mini facelift. Now, where I put this is underneath my eyes to get rid of dark circles. So this is, I'm going to pile it on just so, for purposes so that you can see where it goes. So I'm just popping that on. You can see how low I'm going. This is the Mineral Illuminating Pen. It comes in 6 different shades. I'm using the medium, because again, I've got a bit of a false tan going on. Usually I would be the light shade. So I'm popping that on here, and I'm putting it low down. Most people put their concealer on slightly too high, and then they don't actually target the dark circles, and then they think that their dark circles are worse than everybody else's, and so forth. This way you really get rid of them. Now, the other thing I'm going to do is use it here. If you're somebody like myself that does this ever in the mirror, and I'm sure there's others out there, I'm sure it's not just me, and you do that, this is for you, because it looks like you've had some filler done, but you have had absolutely nothing. So you're taking the Mineral Illuminating Pen and making it like little whiskers. Now again, I'm doing that AP pat, which is going to smooth out the concealer. So smoothing out that Mineral Illuminating Pen. And then I'm going to just feather with my fingers like that, like a feathery motion. And you see how that just lifts that side of my face up. Is really nice. The other place I like to put it is here, where I have got frown lines. I'm putting it in like a little circle. And then again, I'm just going to just pat and blend. And that just smooths out those fine lines, or in my case, not so fine lines around that area. Now, this is an area that I feel that most of us women, especially as we get older, we start to lose our brow here. I haven't over-plucked, maybe I plucked a little bit too much, but not enough to make that happen. So what I'm going to use is my Brow Balm. The Brow Balm is gorgeous because it stays put, it helps give the brows fullness, and it looks natural. That's the most important thing. So, how to do this? I'm going to brush my brows down. Now I'm dipping into the brunette shade. It comes in 3 shades, but brunette works really well because my hair is a little bit darker now than it used to be. Now I'm going to take that brush, and I'm using our wonderful double-ended brush. It's got a great angled brush at this end and a spoolie at that end. So brushing down with that spoolie end, I'm taking the angle and I'm facing the angle towards me. And on the flat edge of the angle, I'm just etching along the top of my brows. Now, the reason why I'm etching along the top of my brows is because I want to lift my eyes. If I fill in from underneath, I close my eyes down. So I'm lifting, then I'm going to brush them back up, and then I'm going to fill in the little gaps just underneath there where I need to have that little bit more of a defined shape. And look at the difference between those 2 brows. I mean, this is a great product, and what I love about it as well is it doesn't rub off. You put it on, you can work with it for a few seconds or a few minutes actually, and then it sets, and you do not have to worry if you get caught in the rain or if you're having a little bit of a hot moment. It's not going to fade away, which is brilliant. I don't like laboring overdoing eyes, and a lot of you ladies have said to me that they've given up on eyeshadows and things like that because it's just too complicated trying to do things in the socket line and all sorts of things. I've made it really easy. I'm using my favorite product for eyes, and that's the Crystal Taupe Eye Shine. This is the first eyeshadow I have ever created, and it's been in the range since 2002. It is brilliant. It is one of those ones that I actually couldn't be without, because I use it as an eyeshadow on myself, but if I'm making someone up who loves their powder shadows, I will also use it as a base to the powder shadows, and it prevents those shadows from creasing. Brilliant. Plus, plus, plus. Right, so taking a little bit of that, I pop it on my hand. Sometimes I use it straight from the wand, but usually I pop it on my hand. And then I'm going to go on my eyelid, and I'm just putting it all over my eyelid and slightly above my socket line. And the reason I do that is because as we get older, our eyes tend to droop a little bit. And by doing it like that, it gives the eyes a lift. And you don't have to worry about trying to recreate a socket line or create a socket line that you don't have. And you can build this up. Now, it is a wonderful chameleon-like shade, this one. It adapts to all sorts of colors. This is why it's my most favorite one, and it's actually in my personal makeup bag. And it's got a hint of shimmer, so don't worry about that. Hint of shimmer is really good as we get older. If we wear too much matte shadows, it makes our eye area look dry and dehydrated, and most important, it ages us, so we don't want that. I'm not saying use a lot of frosty eyeshadows, but that little tiny bit of shimmer is a big plus. The other big plus about this particular shade is that it works on all eye shades, all skin tones, all hair colors. So no matter who you are, what's your skin tone, what your eye shape, shade, whatever, it will work for you. I love our gel pencils as well. I know I'm saying I love everything, but I actually do love everything, otherwise I wouldn't be using it. The one I'm going to be using is Mystic, and the Mystic is like a charcoaly gray shade, and I love that because as we get older, the brown colors on our eyes tend to make us look tired. Now, nobody wants to look tired. If you put all that effort into making yourself look good and someone comes up to you and say, "You feeling okay? You're looking a bit tired." You can bet your life it's most likely your brown eyeshadow, brown pencil, and maybe even sort of brown blusher. So here's the pencil, and I'm going to show you a really good way of using it. Taking your pencil on the side, you're going to just etch along the base of your top lashes. And because you're looking up your nostrils, you are looking with your eyes partially closed. And that means you can etch along. You're not going to get that sort of funny accordion pleat kind of effect, and it's going to be a really great line. The other thing is you don't want to go down too far. So I've stopped just slightly short of my eyelashes, and the reason why is because I want to give my eyes a lift. If I bring it down, it makes my eyes droop. Now I'm going to take a tiny bit, and holding my pencil this way, I'm going to put a little bit underneath my lower lashes. And by doing that, it actually opens up my eyes and makes my eyes look bigger. Now, look at this eye and look at that eye. And this is the more droopy eye that I have. So that's why I wanted to work on this one, to show you how it really opens up the eyes. Now, I'm going to take the pencil and just do a little bit more, because I love to use these as eyeshadows. They have this kind of play time of about a minute that you can use them as an eyeshadow. And you can just pop them on and blend them. So there we have it. That's the eyes, nearly done. And now I'm going to go on to my mascara. I am a huge fan of waterproof mascara. And when I tried to get my waterproof made, my big thing to tell them was, I don't want to make it stiff. I don't want you to have crispy lashes. So our waterproof mascara keeps the eyelashes supple, but at the same time, it is super waterproof. You can even swim in it. So I'm going to pop that on. Now I'm looking down in my mirror and I'm just popping it on the lashes. And this mascara also has got that buildability, which I really love as well. So it can volumize the lashes. Volume is important as we get older, because we don't want to have spindly long lashes. It looks like spider legs, but we want to have that fullness. You want fat lashes, basically. And then a little bit, I just dab a little bit on the bottom lashes. Now some people say don't use mascara on the bottom lashes. Why not? It doesn't matter when you're getting older that you use a bit of mascara on the bottom lashes. You need to have that definition in the eyes. The mascara gives you that definition. And I've opted for black, again, rather than brown, because brown makes you look tired. Now I'm going to go onto my cheeks, but before I do that, I'm going to switch on my heated eyelash curlers. This is a great tool for opening up your eyes. So if you feel that your eyes are a bit tired looking, the heated eyelash curlers are wonderful, and you do it after your mascara, not before. So I'm going to let those heat up, and I'm going to go on to contouring my cheeks. Contouring is big news everywhere, but that doesn't mean that it's only for the younger ones. We can use contouring really to our advantage because it lifts our cheekbones and it makes our faces look fuller and more youthful. So I'm going to be using our Afternoon Delight Blush Contour Duo. And although this is a brownie shade, it doesn't go flat brown like those kind of gray browns. So I'm swirling that on because it's daytime, and I am using this wonderful angled brush that we've created here. It is so easy. It's wonderful when the tools can do the work for you. So I'm going to be looking in my mirror, and I'm just going underneath my cheekbones here. And because I've got a round face, I'm going on a slight angle. If you had more of a square face, you would go more of an angle even because you want to elongate your face. If you had much more of a longer, maybe an oval shape, you'd go across your cheeks to give your face width. So one size does not fit all, or one placement does not fit all, but this color definitely does suit a lot of skin tones. So that's going there. I also love to run it along my jawline here because that's the bit that's a little bit not so great. So I run it along there. I put a little bit on my neck as well, but not too much. It's just sort of blend that all in and keep my jawline just that little tweak more of definition. And you may have seen me put the contour just a little bit lower than you thought I should. And I'm going to do the same thing when I add a little bit of blush to that. The reason for that is as we get older, if we put our blush too high, what happens is it concentrates the focus around underneath the eyes where we have more fine lines, more dark circles, etc. And brings focus to that. It also makes our jaw look jowly, which we don't like either. Now I'm going to add a pop of color with our mineral blush in Rosebud. This is a really soft, not in your face kind of pink. It gives a slight flush of color. So I'm going to again use my wonderful brush because the head isn't too big, but it isn't too small. I'm going to smile and just pop that on the apples of my cheeks. And it just gives that really nice, youthful flush of color. It isn't too much. It isn't a hot flush kind of color, but it's gorgeous. Now, as I said, I'm going to show you how to use the wonderful heated eyelash curler. After you've done your mascara, as I have, you hold the heated eyelash curlers just on your lashes like that. You don't have to fiddle around. You don't have to do anything. You just hold them, and they do the work for you. All the tools that we've created in the range do the work for you or make the work much easier. And look at the difference that's made to my eyelashes. It's really lifted my eyes, opened up my eyes, curled my eyelashes, and that will stay until I'm ready to take my makeup off. The best bit about these eyelash curlers is that they don't pinch your skin. Now I'm going to finish off quickly. I'm going to take a little bit of the Under Eye Face Brightener, and I'm going to swirl this around. This is great for brightening up underneath your eyes. So I'm going to just take a little bit of that. I'm going to put it down the center of my nose as well to take off any sort of little bit of excess shine that I may have. But you can see how that just brightens and lifts my complexion. It's really great. And now I'm going to go on to my lips. I've got the Holly Berry Gel Lip Liner, and the Holly Berry Gel Lip Liner you can use as a lipstick if you want a more matte effect or long lasting, or you can just use it as a lip liner. I actually like to use it as a little bit of both and add a bit of gloss over the top. And I've lined on the outer side of my lip line. So I'm following my natural lip line, but I'm aligning on the outer edge rather than inside. Most women tend to line inside and then it closes off their mouth. So I'm going to shush for a minute so you can see it. Now I'm going to fill that in. Now I'm going to add a little touch of gloss. You could use clear if you wanted to, and it looks gorgeous. I do that on my sort of casual, more casual days, but I love this luxury gloss in Blossom Rose. It's really a beautiful cross between a corally kind of color and a pinky kind of color. So if you don't know which camp you're in, this is the one to choose. So and now I'll go on and finish the other side. And there you have it, a complete look for the daytime that's easy and quick.